Hi, Frankie. Hi, Ken. I was hoping you go online with us, Ken, because I want to share something with you later on. Hi, Michael. Yeah, Ken, I was hoping you wait until I get with you to paint that Daredevil. Hey, Alexander. Hi, Hugo. Let me get my paint ready. What color do we need? Hugo. Oh, where's my paint? Oh, here it is. All right. Nothing special, Hugo. They're pretty much stock. Just with some custom head on it. You can't wait with your drink. What are you drinking, bro? I'm trying to lose weight, or else I have my drink too. I'm sitting here feeding all the mosquito in the house. Beer. Wow, 9 o'clock. Makes sense. All right, it's 9 o'clock. Let's get started, okay? Today's topic is to paint headsculpt. For example, Wolverine head is what we're going to use to paint today. It's something simple, okay? Possibly even a Superman, because I know some art recommend Superman to use today's tutorial. Well, the main reason why we're doing this tutorial for a few reasons. Okay, I know that people have been asking a lot about getting the Wolverine headsculpt, custom Wolverine headsculpt from us. And one of the major concerns, it has been one of the biggest concerns for over many years, that does it come painted? Well, it does come painted if you get it painted. I do paint my own figure for my own prototype, but I don't have time to paint for everybody as commission for a few reasons. One, I am not a professional painter. Two, I don't paint for a living. I make custom. It's really my hobby. I do this for fun on my free time. So that for me to go out there and charge people on painting each headsculpt, to me, since it's not my profession, and it takes a lot of time to paint each headsculpt. For example, if I want to paint this headsculpt, it can take somewhere around maybe an hour to maybe 4 hours. Depends how much effort and detail I want to put into it. And that's just 1/12 scale. If I paint 1/6 scale, it might even take much longer. At the same time, that doesn't mean that 1/12 scale is easier. 1/12 scale is actually much harder if I want to reach certain level of detail. Okay, so that's one of the major reasons. And number two, I know a good amount of painter through this industry, and I'd rather help them as fellow artists that, you know, we all work in this community together, and they do this for a living, and why not give them a chance? And on top of it, that their price is very affordable because they do this for a living, and they know exactly what tools to use, what paint to use, and how to mix certain paint to match certain figures. For example, you have your MEI KAI, the skin's a lot lighter compared to the orangey skin that, what's this called? Marvel Legend, right? And compared to your typical McFarlane skin tone, or maybe even a different nationality skin tone, or even a different character from Marvel Legend, they all have different color of skin. And to me, that mixing that skin, that's already a challenge, skin color, and take more time to get all the detail, and they take longer. So these other painter, they do this for a living, so why not give them a chance, okay? And for many painter that I recommended, they really do a good job. Hugo said, I need my 1/6 X-Men Nightcrawler head painter. Oh yeah, I'll refer you to a few painter. Check out their work before you commission them. If you like their work, then great. Okay. Now another thing about painting these heads, that different figure has different quality of heads. For example, if we look at Marvel Legend, their plastic is very similar to what they use compared to Misco. They kind of translucent a little bit. They use these bendable ABS plastic, I'm assuming, right? Okay, and Misco of course has a bit more detail on shading. So that versus your MEI KAI skin, it's also very different. Okay. Now, that's one of the few reasons that I can think of just on top of my head. Now, the main reason why we're doing this tutorial today is I want to keep it very simple. I'm not going to go out there and show people how to pull out an airbrush and start going crazy with it. No, today's tutorial is going to be as simple as just can spray and hand brush, and you'll be able to get a pretty decent results done. Well, in my opinion, maybe to some of these experts out there, they'll be like, what is this crap, But if you like it, if you like what you see, I'm going to share this little technique with you, okay? And what kind of quality are we looking at? For example, something like this. Okay, this is the Jim Lee Superman head sculpt I painted over the weekend on a McFarlane Jim Lee Hush Superman, I'm assuming. I don't remember which Superman figure this was, but this one was pretty old, I think. I got it from Amazon for $41. Okay, pretty pricey figure. I know that recently they came out with a 2-pack or another single pack. I don't remember. I don't follow, and it's a lot more affordable. You can probably get it for what? I don't know, $25 plus tax and shipping. Okay, and let me kind of see if you can see the detail on it. This is just brush painting. I did not use airbrush for this at all. If you like this and this is the results that you'll be getting, that's the tutorial we're going over today. I hope you guys find that interesting. Okay. Rudy's on. Come on, Rudy, get the hell out of here, Rudy. You don't need no tutorial. You're very good at what you do already. This guy. Good to see Rudy though. Haven't seen you for a long time. You've been busy with your motorcycle. I love them. I follow your work too. Yeah. So that's what we're going over today. Pretty simple stuff. Okay. Now another thing is painting head. Since I offer so many custom head sculpt, and one of the major reasons why I hold people back, or one of the major obstacles, is that the head I provide are usually unpainted. And that's one of most people's major problems, because they don't know how to paint and they want the head and they are not used to finding painter and for me to ship the head to the painter, and then they get the head painted over there. They have to communicate with the painter, and then painter ship the head back to them. Well, I get it. Well, it depends how good you want the quality to be. You want it super detailed with sun, the moon, the stars, everything inside that little pupil eyeball. Yeah, you will have to pay for these commissions because they are very good at what they do. But if you want to just something simple as Marvel Legend quality, then honestly speaking, you can probably do it at home yourself if you want to give it a try. Or if you have somewhat of a If you even like to paint, give it a try. It's actually very doable. You really don't have to commission people. For example, this is one thing I want to share with people. Do I have it here? Where did it go? Oh yeah, here it is. Okay. For example, I offer this panther head. Okay, black panther head. It's a very, very simple design. Well, the head was casted in like white resin originally, okay? Because for us to use black resin to make the cast, it actually costs a little bit more. So the white resin for casting, and it was roughly around $25 USD. And then for me to go ahead and paint it to black and add eyeball in there and to paint the eye in there, I usually charge around $15, okay, to paint the eyes in there. It's a very, very simple paint job. And you really don't have to pay that $15 if you do it yourself. If you just do it yourself. I don't know, is someone outside? My puppy is barking. Probably saw a squirrel. Okay? My goal is here to help people save money. To help people practice painting and just give it a shot, give it a try. Okay? How I did this one, basically you just get a black spray can, just spray it, and then paint the eyes yellow or white, however you want it, and you're done. You save that $15. You can use that to buy maybe another Marvel Legend if you want to. Right? It's very simple, right? Let me show you another example. Here it is. This is another simple head to paint too. Okay, this is our custom snake eye. Yeah, everyone said a good headsculpt can take a figure to another level. I totally agree. Yeah. Okay. For example, this snake eye. I mean, you can paint the head black and then paint the visor gray or silver or even chrome it out like the way I did here, right? And this is for Hasbro, G.I. Joe figure, right? You can do it yourself and save you the money, but if you really want to get it done professionally or just get it done nicely because you don't have the time, I get it. You know, go for it, okay? But why not try yourself sometime? Yeah, so that's just two examples I share. Let's go up a notch. What about Batman? Batman. I love to paint Batman. I know a lot of people love to paint Batman because Batman is so easy. And what I mean by that is, if you really look at it, it's just half of a face. And usually Batman on a figure, everything else is covered. The only part that showed the skin is just half of that face. So if you get that face done, everything else on the head is just black and two white eyes. That's it. Maybe paint some color on the lip, and you're done. So if you really want to go out there and commission someone to do it, I don't know how much people charge these days for a simple Batman headsculpt like this. But if you can do it yourself, you save that trouble of shipping them the head and shipping it back to you, right? And paying for the paint service. When you have a little bit of time and idea on how to paint, hopefully from this tutorial, you save yourself a lot of trouble and you get yourself a nice custom head. This is by inspired by the Jason Fabok Batman. Now he's a really cool guy. I made a lot of stuff for him back in the days. Even until today, he has all my headsculpt, by the way. Yep, it's beautiful. I love his design. Okay, so Batman. Now, I'm going to show you guys the cool thing today. Oh, also Daredevil. There you go, Daredevil. Paint the head, right? The face, half the face, and just match the red to the body. You're done, right? See, Batman. Okay? Now, how do you do it exactly, and what does it take, and how can we paint it without using airbrush? I'm going to show you guys the secret today. This is what you need. This, okay? I recently found this, and I tried it out. Flash Tone Matte Primer. I tried it out for a day, and it's a pretty big can. Okay, this is my hand. My hand's not that big and pretty small, but this is a really, really big can. A really big can. Maud asks how you remove the booster pack from the car without damaging the card. Are you talking about that? Huh? The toy cardboard box? Okay, anyways. This is what you need. Okay? This spray can is the magic. So what you do, shake it up, right? And you spray it on your head that you want. For example, this Captain America here. You spray it on. And this is the color. This is the exact color you get from that can. From this can. I'll spray. I'm pretty sure everyone here know how to use a spray can. Okay, just make sure you shake it really, really good. And spray in the air a couple times just to get that airflow out. And then, look, this is the skin tone. This is the flesh skin tone. And that's what I use. This is the color I use. I love this thing so much, a spray can so much, that I went out there and ordered a whole case of it. I don't know how many in a case. I think I ordered somewhere around 10 of them. Yeah, female head sculpt, yes. Female is definitely a little bit different. I will use a lighter skin tone for that and airbrush it. But I have some technique I can also share on the female. Oh, since you mentioned it, let me go grab it. Hold on, give me a second. I might as well share the female head sculpt here. See, this is the female. This is X23. I love Wolverine. X23 is a must. This is also a custom head sculpt. Doesn't have hair, of course. Okay. Hopefully one day I really have the chance to grow some hair on it. It'll be awesome. Maybe we'll practice on this one too in a bit. Okay. No, this company does not pay me. I'm not advertising for them. I just love it so much that I went out there and ordered a whole case, and I love it. And I finished using a can within the first day I got it. Not because there's not a lot of paint there. It's just that I have so many head I want to paint, and I just prime it all of them together to save trouble. Okay. So what I did was I spray canned the head. As you can tell, the head is still that color, but why is the face a bit red? This is the next step you want. Okay. For example, this Superman, I already prime it with the flesh, and this is what I use next. Go out there and get yourself one of these. I think you can order online. They are pretty affordable, somewhere around less than $10 from what I remember. If not less than 20 for sure, okay? This thing. I think Tamiya also make it. The store I usually go to, they don't have it, and I found this very affordable, and let me show you what it can do. So you get this little spongy thing and a brush on the other side, okay? Mix it with a little bit of this, I don't know what color this is, orangey looking shade. Here's a Superman, for example. I'm just going to apply it on the face. On the cheeks. That's where usually all the red is. Looks like a lot, right? The ears are usually very, very red. Gotta get the ear to make it more realistic. Don't worry if you put too much. Okay. You want to get this red color into all the wrinkle, all the dent. Even, I just broke the tip of the hair. Ha! It was in the way. I might as well break the whole thing. Okay. To show better example. So you can see the forehead. I have another piece, I can just replace it. If you see the detail on the forehead, those angry wrinkles, you want to get this color in there. Really get it in there. Maybe a little bit on the side. Oh, by the way, when we ship these Superman out, the hair does not glue onto the head. So it's easier for you to paint. Okay? And then you apply the hair on once you're done painting the face. Okay? I'm actually looking at the iPhone when I'm doing this, so that's why I wasn't very careful when I broke the hair off. Okay, you get the idea. So it's nice and red right now. Add a little bit more on this side, just to really get it in there. Okay, I want the red to get inside that little U shape. See that? That's what I'm trying to do. Rub it in there. Rub it in there, right? Try to get in there. Rub it in there. Okay. Oh, by the way, after you spray can this flesh tone onto this, what you want to do is use a matte varnish, a clear matte varnish to spray over it, to seal it. What it does is it will create some type of texture. So when you're doing this makeup thing, it has texture. It will apply this thing on much easier. Okay, so now you have this very, very red, tanned Superman head. It's not final. Don't be scared. So you get yourself this white poster putty, not blue. I prefer white for a reason. Okay, you can buy this from Amazon, Target, your local stationery store. Walmart definitely has it. I like to use this brand, Scotch. Okay, it's supposed to be known for poster putty, but I never use it for poster. And they're like $1.97. I don't know if the price have gone up, but this is it. Ralph asked, have you tried Tamiya Flash Tone Ken as well? No, I mean, I have. I'll be honest, I have. And I don't like it because Tamiya take longer time to dry compared to this brand. This brand, I spray it on, I can touch it almost right away. I don't even have to wait. Tamiya, I have to wait, and the skin paint turned out to be slightly shiny. That's why I don't like to use it. Okay. Ivan asked, what kind of flesh tone do I use? This is it. Flesh Tone Matte Primer, and this is the brand. Maybe take a screenshot. Powered by Ammo, Titan, Hobby. Okay. Okay, let's go back to the head. So now we have applied these red makeup powder on it. Use this white poster putty and just kind of clean up the surface like an eraser. Do it lightly. So what it does is that it will catch all the extra powder and leave the real color inside this little dent. You see that? So even if you go overboard with this red powder, it's okay because you can always rub it off until you're satisfied with the result. Like I have a lot in this on the right eye, his right eye, right? What I can do is, because poster putty, you can shape it any way you want, okay? I'm going to use the inside where it's clean to use as example, okay? I'm going to just put it in there and poke his eye. See? It's sticky. You pull out, his eyes is clean. Let's do that for the other eye. You want the eyes to be clean, right? And how do you know you got it? Well, look at it. It's dirty now. It has the red color on it. Okay? I like to leave the cheeks slightly more red. And just squeeze, squeeze. Just press, press, press. Press, press some more. I would be able to do this more efficient when I'm not looking at the iPhone camera screen. Okay? But you get the idea. I hope this helped. I really hope this helped. This have changed the way I paint recently and make things so much easier. So much easier. Yeah. Okay, let's get the mouth is still a little bit too red. Let's get that. I don't usually apply this much red on it, but I want to share with everyone that just in case you make the mistake, you can always clean it up. You notice compared to earlier, it's not as red anymore. I want the jaw to be lighter, so I just press it against the jaw more. Okay, there you go. Let me see if I can move the lights so it's not so bright. There you go. See, this results for you to do it without, for back in the days when I do it, I will have to mix the airbrush, spray the skin, and then I will have to spray the pink or red onto the cheek. And if I didn't mix the ratio properly to thin it down low enough, it will be over the face. And now I have to go back to spray the face skin again, and back and forth until I get it right. And by the time I get it right, and when I start doing some other color and I screw up, I have to redo everything over again. This it's so much easier. And because you use a poster putty to clean it up, you can shape this thing any way you want. Sharp, or just stick the whole thing on it. It's so much easier to control. You can make it very, very thin in your finger and can go into some of these little creases or just around here. Just dab, dab, dab. Right? You can, if you want the nose to be red on the side and leave the front lighter, just erase it like this. So you get the idea? Very easy, right? And then if you think it's too red, you want him to be a little bit more lighter skin, then you know what? You have this whole palette here. How about try this one? Let's see what happens if we try this one. We got the color on, right? Just rub it on, rub it on, rub it all over. Hey, look, he's all white. All white, all right. And then you dap, dap, dap. It's lighter now, right? Well, anyways, you get the idea. So once you're happy with the result, then you just use the clear matte varnish, spray it to seal it. Okay? I'm only using this as an example, just to show people, just to show you guys. Of course, this is not the final result that I will be using, but you get the idea. It's a lot of fun. I hope you guys like it. I hope you guys find it easy and doable. How about let's do a Batman, okay? For example, I have the skin. This is actually done by Mr. Color Skin. I'm gonna show you guys what it look like when you apply this on. See, the skin's very pale, right? Okay, let's put this on. Just the cheek area. The brush off the extra. Really get it in there. Brush it off. And then there you go. Versus earlier, it's a little bit more life. If you think it's too much, then just press a little bit more until you're happy, until you're satisfied. If you don't like this color, try other color. Pretty easy, right? And this is what I mean. You can paint a Batman yourself. What type of paint it is? This is the paint. MEI Titan Hobby Flash Tone Matte Primer. It's a primer. And this primer is very easy to spray on, very even color. I probably spray maybe a good 2 coats. That's it. See that little reddish cheek? Okay. It's a very useful technique. Yeah, I thought so too. Yeah, very, very easy. And you look at your finger, you can't really rub it off. It's just staying there because the clear coat has texture. Of course, they come in different color. You can probably use the darker blue, darker black, or even gray for 5 o'clock shadow. Have some fun with it. Let me see if I have it with me. I do actually. Here you go. This is by Tamiya. It has the gray and a little darker green, a little bit of yellow. I think they use this for tank, for weathering. But you know what? Get a few different color. They're available on Amazon, online, on Hobby Shop. If your local Hobby Shop have it, pick it up. You know, have some fun. Just if you don't like the result, you can always use poster putty to rub it off. It's very, very easy to control. Let's try X23. She's a female, a little bit more girly. Let's try, maybe use this lighter color. See what happens. Yeah, you can use it for weathering diorama, exactly. See, let's apply onto the cheek. I find X23 very attractive. And then wipe it off. What do you guys think? Pretty cute. There you go, Alfonso. Yep, there's many different brands, there's many different type. And you can actually buy something like this. You know, it might crack since I use it so much. You can actually get this replacement from Target. They're not too expensive either. If you don't like this tan color skin tone, how about let's try to lighten up her skin a little bit more. Apply this over it, rub it over, see what happens. Let's see what happens if we rub it over. Really give her that doll face look. The pale effect. Yeah, I love this group. You guys really you really help me out. Yeah. A little lighter now. See, this is the original paint that I use on this from the spray can, and now the face is much lighter. And you can keep on doing it until it matches the body you want to use, because I know that female body are usually a lot lighter. You see, this powder versus no powder. The skin already show a huge difference. And put some hair on it, a wig on it. I can't wait to paint this one. I love her so much. She's a little hottie. What do you think? Pretty easy, right? I don't even think I need to use the poster putty to clean her up. I kind of like the way it is. Oh, another thing. For example, I'm going to paint the lip, right? You want to make sure that there's no powder on the lip. You kind of had to clean it up so the paint was applied on much easier. Pretty easy. Let's see. Hobby Lobby has like a thinner tip of that brush 10 pack. Yeah? Yeah? Pretty sure they do. Or you can go to Target or Walmart, the makeup section. They have that too. Okay? So that's X23. What about Year 1 Batman? Let's try Year 1 Batman. We already prime it. Okay. Okay, like I said, lots of red to begin with, and then let's just wipe it off the excess. As you can tell, I'm doing this very sloppy. I want to show you guys how simple it is. It's really not that hard. Really not that hard. Because I know that the skin, it might not be realistic enough if we just paint the whole entire face with primer only. So a little bit of these makeup powder from Hobby Shop, it really make it a little bit more realistic. Alright, I don't want to spend too much time on this powder. Let's move on. But you get the idea, right? You get the idea. Okay. Yeah, there you go. Pretty easy, right? Okay. Now, let's try to paint, actually start using brush. We're going to do some hair today, black hair. Let me find my black paint first. Here it is. Okay, Vallejo black. Can't get any easier than this. Just black. So here's the trick. If we are painting, for example, this one. Do you guys want to see black hair first, or you want to see blue hair on the original Logan from the figure? Which one you guys want to see? Oh, let's do black then. Okay. Well, first find yourself a pretty... Oh, someone say blue. Okay. Yeah, sure, we can do blue, and we can do this after. We can do the black after. Because blue is a lot easier. Much easier. And much faster. Okay? Well, let's do blue then. Fine, blue. Let's do blue first. Blue's really quick. It doesn't take that long. Okay. Well, first we need to find a dry brush. Where's my dry brush? That really effed up looking brush. Here it is. Something like this. It's an old brush I use. Okay. And I like to start with this one first. Okay, I want to show everyone this real quick. So the hair on the Marvel Legends is actually very, very easy to do. If you want to make it, I wouldn't say anime accurate, but I would say like the anime where he has the blue hair. Okay, if you really look at it carefully, you will notice that the hair and the head is actually two separate pieces. And because they are two separate pieces, you will be able to see a small little gap between the face and the hair. And because of that, it allows you to dry brush this much easier without messing it up or draw onto the face. Now I'll share with you guys what I mean by that. This is a two color I use. The blue, and this is Azuro Andrea blue. I would say light blue, okay? So what you want to do is first, put some blue onto the brush. A little bit of blue. Anyways. And grab a napkin. A paper towel. Yeah. Make sure it's dry. You don't want it wet. That's why it's called dry brush, right? Okay, you got the head. And you start applying the blue on it. See it? It's not very noticeable, right? I know. Just wait. Add a little bit more paint. Okay. You don't have to touch, it gets too close to the skin. And I'm starting with this blue first. It's because this is very similar to how Jim Lee does his blue. His blue is not very, very light. So you gave yourself a little bit of a realistic black hair with a blue shine. Okay. Now, if you want to go with this, like the anime color, this is crazy. This one is a lot of blue. Lots of blue. You're going to see it right away. Ready? Check this out. Boom. See that? Very noticeable right away. You can get a little bit closer to the skin. Just dry brush it. This is a little closer to the anime. But anime, his hair is actually just all blue. Just really, 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 really blue. From what I remember. I don't know if the new show that's coming out, it's going to be the same blue or not. I mean, no one's seen any picture of it yet. But based on my sources, I know some guy who actually worked on that show, and I asked them just exactly how these characters actually look. They said they look exactly like that on the cardboard box. So there you go. That's what we'll be getting. It's pretty cool. Okay, this one's a little bit more wet. Let's see what happened. Yep, just applying it on. It's really quick, very easy. Anyone can do. Just get a really messed up brush and brush your way into the hair. Okay, so in able to make it into this blue, just keep on brushing it. Okay, but there's also something else I did with the blue. If you look at the anime closely, you will notice that around the edges, his hair is actually a lot more lighter color, much lighter blue. So I mixed the blue with white to get a lighter effect, and I'm gonna just brush over the edges. Notice I'm not wearing glove. I should be wearing glove. My mom is gonna lecture me. Every time she see me paint on my finger or on my hand, she always tell me, "You're gonna get poison. You're gonna die." She's funny. She loved me, I know. Mom always have something to say. If you don't mind me asking, how old are you? Everyone here, just have an idea. You don't have to tell me your exact age, but around what age? What's the age range we have in this group? Anyone want to share their age? 46? No way, Carlo, you're 46? I thought you're younger than me. Oh my. 52? Oh, Ken, you're 52. Yeah, you're a grandpa. $32, $36. All right. Yeah, we're getting there now. We're talking. If you go back and look at the anime, you notice that around the side of his hair, towards the outside, are usually a lot lighter color. I'll be honest, this color I'm using is not even the accurate color. I'm just using whatever I have in my collection of paint. But you get the idea. So it looks something like that. You notice that I'm going up and down only. For you to make the hair even more blue, like the way I did on my first version, then you will really have to go out there. Instead of using a dry brush, you really have to go in there and just paint everything blue. And I can share that too. Actually, we use this color. Yep, I'm gonna finish this one up within a minute or so and move on to black. I think black is more interesting. Okay, so you see, right now it's still black, right? If I go this way, let the paint to really get in there, the whole hair is going to be a lot more blue. So it really depends how bad you want it, how blue you want it. I know some people are gonna think that, oh, that's way too much blue. Well, then leave it black like the way I did earlier. It's really up to you. Yeah, check this out. I have a name for this blue, but I don't even want to say it. It might offend people. But yeah, look at that. Is that blue enough for you? Bring you 53? Awesome. You're 10 years older than me. Good for you. Still collecting. More power to you. Okay, so as you can see, this is something that anyone can do. What blue paint am I using? This Andrea blue from Vallejo. the lighter blue. Okay, if this is too much blue, then you can go back and use the regular blue. Just dry brush it over again, then we're all good. Okay. What I did with this one is I paint the whole thing with the regular blue first as base, and then I dry brush it with the lighter blue, the Andrea blue. And then I highlight the edges. Let me highlight this one a little bit more so you get the idea. Okay, so I want the edges to be a little bit more blue. Like in the anime. Get that really lighter blue shine. There you go. See? Have to wait until it dry. Right. We're all the real OGs here that grew up with cartoon. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Yep, toys keep me young. It does. And I'm really happy that I still have a mom that can lecture me. Very, very lucky. I'm very blessed that my mom and my dad are still with me. Okay, let's do black now. Black is completely different than blue. Okay, black. Black. Where's my black? Here's my black. Here's my black. Just regular black, okay? We are going to paint this head. The black. So to paint black, get yourself a thin brush. Prefer longer. It can catch more paint. Let me soften it up with water. Okay. Okay. Now let's touch some black paint. Let's apply some black paint on it. So what you wanna do with black? This one I wanna share with everyone here. Actually, I'm not gonna use that. I'm gonna use this. Okay. You don't need a lot of black. Just a little bit. I'm not gonna paint the whole head. Just some area. Okay. So what you wanna do, you wanna thin out this paint by a lot. And this works for many different area on the head. I'm going to share with you guys on where, okay? Hope I don't screw up. So you want the paint to be very wet and running. See that? And because the brush is so long, it catch on more paint. Okay. Very running, right? So I'm gonna look at the headings of the camera this time. Because the paint is so running, so watery, you will notice that it's just going inside the crease. See that? It's not very black, dark black. And this is how you can get into this very, very thin area. I'm not even using magnifying glass right now. You see what I did there? Let's see. I just want to paint the hair at the edge of the face. Without touching the face. I'm using very, very running, watery paint that I just mixed. And once I'm comfortable with it, then I can start color painting it a little bit closer, but not exactly at the edge. I can move the paint closer to the edge to darken it. You see, it didn't touch the face because the paint was so watery. I was able to control it. And this is one thing that a lot of people make the mistake on when they paint around the face, the hairline. They use the paint too thick, and then it start to look very, what's the word? Chunky, maybe? Okay. I'm getting comfortable with my black, so now I can paint a little bit thicker. Okay. Hi, Mr. Lin. 台湾，你是我台湾最好的朋友，我最喜欢你。My friend from Taiwan just signed on. That's really awesome. I know him for many years. Great guy. He was featured in many magazines with the amount of collection he has in toy industry in Taiwan. Super cool guy, super humble. No one knows that he has all the toy that he has. He keep it very, very low key. Okay. Now see, the paint is drying up, so it's becoming thicker. Now I can start going into the deeper side of the hair. Now I'm not using magnifying glass at all. I'm just painting with my eyes right now. If I use magnifying glass, I can probably get the edges where the hairline meets the skin a lot sharper. But see, the first layer, the color of black was still a bit on the gray side. Don't be so impatient. Just let it be. Just be patient and just let it dry up. Because your second layer is going to darken the color. And when you're painting little action figure or a little head sculpt in this scale, or just painting head sculpt in general, the key is really all about patience. And that's something that I really don't have. That's why I always try to find easy way. And as soon as I find an easy way, a more simple way, I like to share with people and let people know it's really not that hard. You can do it too. It's very satisfying when you end up doing it by yourself. If the paint is drying up, mix with a little bit more water in there. Oh, sorry, I think I was painting out of the camera because I was trying to look at the head. But yeah, let's go back to the camera. Hopefully this is where the focus point is, so everyone can see. How about let's get closer to the forehead. Okay, another thing about painting hair on the head sculpt is that this is a 3D canvas. Okay, it's 3-dimensional. Unlike painting on a piece of paper, when you are so used to painting like this, you get all the area down. Sometimes if you want to paint the front, you might want to rotate the head this way a little bit. I mean, it's common sense, obviously, but you'll be surprised. Sometimes people forget. Okay. You notice that I am purposely not doing everything too condensed around when they get close to the face. I want to leave, screw up there, right? It's okay, we'll fix it later. I want to leave some space between the hair and the skin. And this is a beautiful head sculpt. Yep. So Ken, hope you're still online. This is the technique I want to share with you when it comes to painting the hair. See my paint starting to dry up, and this is a time where you have to use your patience. You can either start painting the top side of the hair, the more inside of the hair, or you thin your paint out and continue doing the edges. I know sometimes that people lose patience and they just want to keep on painting, and that's when the mistake happens. Gotta be patient. Okay, Kenneth, you're not drunk yet. Okay, let's move on to the next tutorial then. So you guys get the idea. This is how I do the face. I got a little mistake there. Well, this is a water-based paint. Let's see if I can clean this up. I got my little tiny cotton stick. Rub. Nope, not happening. Dip into water a little bit. Rub. Did it happen? Nope, it's still there, right? Okay. Let's go a little bit more hardcore. Nail polish remover. Okay, where's my headsculpt at? Here you are. Okay, this is a nail polish remover. Let's see what happened. Rub. Okay, the paint is really in there. So what can we do? Then we gotta break open skin tone, skin color paint. This is good because we made a little mistake, and how can we fix it? I usually wait until I finish all the hairline and then go back and fix the mistake, but why not use this opportunity to give it a try? How's the paint? Yep. Let's do a little touch up here. Yeah, try not to make a mistake. Be more careful. I'm like looking between phone camera and the scalp itself. Okay, this is the first layer. You can still see a little bit of black in there. Wait until it dry, and then we add another layer. Another thing you want to have next to you, you see I just applied it, it's already dry. It dried pretty quick. Okay. Another thing you want to have next to you is a blow dryer. You want to blow dry it? If you have no patience like me, blow dryer could be your best friend while you're painting. Especially clear coat. Okay, let's go. You see that? That's where the little mistake I did, the little black line. The second layer. I'm gonna sort of fix the hairline a little bit. There you go. I wait until the paint dry, and I cover it up pretty well. Okay, so you get the idea. Just be patient. Okay, for eyes and eyebrow, let's do that another day. The goal is just to show you guys the hair first. Eyes will require magnifying glass, and the one I highly recommend is this one. I don't know the brand. Oh, here's the brand. Here it is. Look at it. Yokoto-san. I think that's the brand. Okay. The reason why I like this brand, this specific one, is because it has a button here. It's 2 level. 1, 2. And it gets really bright. Okay. I don't know if this works. Let's take a look. This is new. Does it work? Yeah. If you look at it with this magnifying glass next to your face, oh, trust me, it's pretty detailed. It's pretty cool. You can see a lot of things. You can see eyeball. And you can see all the mistake you make. Okay. And another reason why I like this one is not only because it's comfortable, have padding here, and you have tons of different lenses you can choose to use. Also, here it's chargeable. It's rechargeable. Okay. When you're charging with a cable, it lights up in red, so you know that you're charging. And this light is bright. Really easy to use. It's small. There are some different brands that you use it like a construction worker to put on top of your head. And many, I have so many. I invested a lot of money on these junk. And this came out to be my favorite one. It's light, it stays on your head, and it does the magic. Okay, so that's that. Now, something similar to what we're doing here is black line, right? I want to show you guys another trick. Back to the paint, water it down, and this is the last tutorial we're going to go over today. So I will share the skin tone tutorial today and also doing black hairline. Next, let's do, here's my Batman. This one is, yeah, let's do Batman, okay? Same thing, I'm not using my magnifying glass. We're just gonna straight paint with my eyes, okay? What you wanna do is you wanna thin out the paint. And what we're painting right now is the edge of the mask. What you wanna do is the paint to be very, very runny. And use a very, very thin brush. I'm not using magnifying glass. So you draw an outline around the face. Hold your breath. Be very patient. And you notice the paint is not very black. It's not dark, dark black. It's okay. It's okay. You want the paint to be running. Running, 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 running paint. Watery paint. See? I'm not an expert, right? Some of you guys probably have much steadier hand than me. Okay? Come out a little bit, doesn't matter because the rest of the mask is going to be black, right? As long as it doesn't touch the face, we're all good. I know, Ken, this part's for you because I know that you paint Daredevil, right? The Daredevil mask. You gotta use you gotta run, water down your paint, okay? To paint the red along the mask, around the face. Be patient. This is probably the hardest part to paint a Batman head. And if your paint starts to dry up, water it down. I like to check out my skin just to make sure that it's nice and watery before I paint onto the figure. See, this time is very, very watery. It's okay. As long as it gets into the crease between the mask and the skin, that's what matters. And then if it's not dark enough, just be patient. Go over again. There you go. We got ourselves a nice outline. Oops. I'm so sorry, it wasn't showing the video. Here it is. Will this video be made available? I think Facebook live stream video will be available for the next 30 days. Okay? So here you go. We have the face outline with black line. And having that line is so important because from here on, you can pretty much just paint the black much easier. around the whole entire Batman mask. Require steady hand? Yes, it does require steady hand. Thin brush, water it down, okay? Just water it down and be patient. Just be patient, little by little, right? And then if you already paint the eyes white, you use the same exact technique. Water down the paint. We're assuming that the eyes has already been painted white, okay? And we're just adding the black outline over it. And notice I am not wearing the magnifying glass. There you go. As if the eyes has already been painted white and I just outlined the black. And now because the outline of the black added in little black eye around it, for you to paint the rest of the head black, it's much easier, right? And I know that once you paint the whole thing in black, you probably want to use a brush that's somewhat thicker to apply the black on it, right? You mix the paint with water as good as possible and start applying. And once you apply the whole thing in black, you paint the whole mask in black, I know that because it's a hand brush, you will see some brush stroke. Don't worry too much, okay? As long as the whole thing is black, it's all good. Because once the paint dry up, just use a clear coat spray can to spray over it, either matte or clear or semi-matte clear. Then all the brush stroke will be evened out. Yes, Q mentioned if your paint dries too quickly, you can make your own wet palette. Yep, I have the wet palette here. This is my wet palette. But because not everyone has it, that's why I'm using this one. Because we can get this thing very, very cheap. What, 99 cents from most of the art store. And they're very, very easy to clean up too. But that, yeah, wet palette is always very useful. Yeah, Q even share a link where you can get it from. Okay, so that's pretty much it for today's tutorial. We went over how to outline the mask of the Batman for the eyes, the mask, and apply everything to black. We shared the technique of blemishes the cheek to make it a little bit more reddish, realistic, right? Even on female figure. Okay. Also, we did a little experiment drawing hairline for Wolverine hair. Also, color and dry brush the hair blue, however you want it. Of course, I'm gonna go back and darken the more blue on this one, right? And we experiment the red makeup powder, the Hobby makeup powder on Superman skin tone. But the most important thing is this. This flesh tone matte primer by Ammo, Titan, Hobby, this brand. Okay, it's very useful. Get yourself a can. I think they range from $14 to $20, but that thing lasts you lots of head sculpt. Okay, so I think that's pretty much it. Before we end, anyone have any question before I go offline? I'll give it a good minute or so before I turn it off. Oh yes, someone asked how's the any updates on the 1/6 BTS Batman and 1/12. Well, 1/12 BTS Batman I already share updates on my page. The factory is painting all the parts. As soon as they finish painting, they will send it to us, and Crystal and I will be assembling it. As for the 1/6 Batman, I want to share the updates with you, but I have something that I'm testing it out right now. I will probably go over it after this weekend's over, because I'm trying something out, something really cool. Okay, and as soon as that one is done, it turned out successfully, I will let you guys know. Okay, but other than that, that's pretty much it for today. But one last thing. Oh, Ken want to see the powder? This is the powder. Where they're set. Check online. You should be able to find it online. They're pretty affordable. Very affordable, actually. Very affordable. Okay. One last thing. Some people ask, which one do you like? The Marvel Legend Wolverine or the MEI KAI? Okay. And I want to go over that real quick. The more I look at the Marvel Legend, the more I like the Marvel Legend. And not that it's better than MEI KAI, because MEI KAI is definitely more superior compared to Marvel Legend. Okay. I'm going to point out a few things of why I like Marvel Legend a lot more. The more I look at it, I have to say that MEI KAI is still more superior, still the better one. Okay. But for Marvel Legend 1, you gotta give them some credit for finally making pinless joint. Okay, that's one good thing. And two, it's shorter than the MEI KAI by a little bit. Doesn't mean MEI KAI is too tall. MEI KAI is still very good. Okay. And three, I like the thickness of the arm and leg on Marvel Legend. It just seems more muscular compared to Marvel Legend, but at this compared to MEI KAI. But I understand why MEI KAI, they make the arm a little bit more skinnier, because they want to keep that articulation. Okay, compared to Marvel Legend, I have to say Marvel Legend does it just as good, but MEI KAI is cleaner, right? It has a smooth, clean joint, while Marvel Legend still have that. I sculpt the hand and I'm gonna cut it and put some joint there, and when you articulate it, pose it, you're gonna see the arm breaks, right? So yeah, for $25, you know, it's all good. Okay, but another thing that I just found out today, I just realized it today while I was looking at these two figures, and I really prefer the Marvel Legend version, is the fist. For the very first time, they finally give us a big Wolverine fist. Not only that, these little what do you call it? The claw entrance, silver bullet thing. It's actually smaller. It's more lower, closer to the knuckle. Versus MEI KAI is still really big and pretty much cover up the whole entire hand. I like the way Jim Lee drew it. It's very small and towards the knuckle. And also that Marvel Legend forearm is much thicker compared to that little tiny forearm that MEI KAI has. To me, it doesn't make any sense. How are those three claws able to go through that little tiny wrist, versus Marvel Legend makes a little bit more sense when the forearm is really big, right? And that's one of the major reasons why I really prefer the Marvel Legend more. Well, of course, that doesn't mean that MEI KAI is not as good. If they make another MEI KAI Wolverine, I'll get it too, okay? But if you really have to choose between the two, I will not say or tell you which one to get. I'll just say get both if you can, because Wolverine, he's like the #1 seller in Marvel, other than Spider-Man, okay? Yeah, anything Wolverine sells. Wolverine cover sells. Wolverine action figure sells. You put Wolverine in a Spider-Man movie, and that is also going to sell. You put Wolverine in Batman, I guarantee Wolverine's going to sell. Okay, you put a Wolverine in a Bat movie, Wolverine's going to sell. Okay, it's Wolverine. So other than that, that's all I have to say. I really enjoy you guys come and support me on this video. I'm having a lot of fun doing it, because it answers a lot of people's questions. I do a lot of modification on Marvel Legend, on action figure, just in general. I know that I call my modification unnecessary modification, but to me, it's necessary. To me, it's necessary, but doesn't mean it's necessary to a lot of everybody. Okay, and I get that. And some people find it very unnecessary. Well, you know, that's you. Okay, I do it. You don't like it, don't do it. It's as simple as that. Okay, so have a good night, guys. Enjoy, and hopefully to hear more from you guys on what you want me to do. See you guys tomorrow. Okay, have a good one, and I'll leave this new head sculpt that I painted. Oh yeah, by the way, earlier I painted the Batman. The way I paint Batman, that would be the same way you paint the Jim Lee mask Wolverine head on the figure. Okay, so that's all I had to offer. I hope the tutorial helped. I know it took longer than I expected. I try to keep everything within each video within an hour. It's pretty simple. I hope you guys find it useful. I'll see you guys later. Goodbye.